Today I will teach you data types in Python. Then I will teach the basic syntax and use of functions in Python. Let's not waste any time and start learning. Starting with the data types. Data type as it is made of two words. Data and its type. Data can be anything. It can be either in form of a text, or an audio, or maybe a video or any image. In computer everything is stored in binary format which consists of 0 and 1. We will be focusing about text. Text can be combination of numbers, digit, alphabet, special character, etc. Number can be a decimal number called float, or it can be a whole number called an integer. Number can also be in form of a complex number like 10 plus 20i, where I stands for imaginary number and the data type used is called complex data type. A text is a string. Similarly, there are other data types. Data type is nothing but something that defines what type of data it stores. Similarly, for holding group of data we have list, tuple and sets. For having key-value pair we have a dictionary. In upcoming lectures we will be studying in depth about them. Now let's head towards the online compiler and see how it works.
Hello guys. Now let's understand how this Python compiler works. So here we need to write a piece of code. When we will compile the piece of code, the output will be generated over the terminal. Here the program finished, which is written in green color. Here this is called terminal. Terminal section where the output is generated. So we write a piece of code. Okay. So suppose we need to tell to the computer, the compiler, that I need to print certain thing. I need to print hello world. Okay. So for printing hello world, the syntax is very simple. Simple. So let's say we have a string called hello world. What is string? Anything which is under double quotation or a single quotation is considered as string. Okay. Say this is a string. So with light orange color here, this is a comment basically. Af- After hash, we write anything after hash, it compiler will consider it as a comment. So what is compiler? Compiler is nothing but a program that converts the user entered code into machine understandable language. It's called a compiler. So here we need to print the value of x. Okay. So in the next line, I am printing the value of x. We will call a function. What is function? Function is nothing but a predefined set of code which has certain meaning to the compiler. So if you write print x, compiler will execute this code and it will print the value of x. So here x belongs to a class called string. How can we check? If you tell the compiler to print what is the type of x, so it will tell us the x belongs to the class string, so class str. So now x is a data type. Which data type? X is a data type which holds the value of string. Okay, x is a string type data type. Okay, so we have others as well. We have integer, we have float, we have complex number. So like this, we have list, we have tuple. So if we print the value of x, say over here, so now compiler will search line by line and it will tell us what is the value of x. So now I am printing the value of x. It is showing the x value is 20. Okay. So this is called duck typing. What is duck typing? Duck typing or dynamic typing. It is a type of variable. The type of variable is defined by the value itself. Okay. The type of variable, see x, what is the type of x, how we will know? By seeing its value. So this process is called duck typing or dynamic typing. The type of variable is defined by the value itself. So if we assign x as float, if we assign x as float, okay, 20.5 say, and now we will print the value of x. So it will tell us the value of x is what? 20.5. Okay. Now the value of x is 20.5. See, oops, connection lost. Okay, no problem. There is issue in my network. No problem. I'll refresh the code, reload the online compiler. Hope so it will work fine. Okay, no problem. So we will run it again. And now at line number 3, we will say that x is value is 20.5. Okay, we want to check what type x belongs. So we can write print type x. It will tell us what data type is x. So we can see that x is a floating data type. If you run it, you can see the value of x is 20.5 and x belongs to the class float. So x is an object of class float. Okay. Similarly, we have for complex number we can assign j at last. So it will tell us that it's complex number. Okay. For list we have this type of structure. We have a square bracket starting from square bracket and ending from square bracket. We have different values comma separated. It can be string integer of anything or anything. We have a tuple. We will discuss in depth what is the difference between list and tuple in upcoming videos. We have a range function. We have a dictionary. Dictionary stores value in key order pair. Okay, so the value, these are the values. The right side of colon is the values and the left side is key. So here name is the key, age is the key. The key shall should be unique. In dictionary, the key is unique. Okay, and we have respective values for it. Similarly, we have set. Okay, it is like list and tuple, but in set we can't store duplicate values. Okay, set also includes only unique values. Then we have boolean, it either store true or either store false. Then we have none type. Okay, so first, now we are going to understand what is typecasting in Python. Typecasting, as a name suggests, it is casting the type. So what it does it doing? It is changing the type from one type to another. So here x is a variable which is storing the value 1. So we are converting 1 into integer. 1 is already an integer. So to convert it into from one data type into another data type, we should first write the data type to into which we want to convert. Suppose we are want to convert 2.8, which is a floating data type as it contains decimal, into integer. So we will write int first, followed by the first bracket, and we will write the value. See, 2.8 will be converted into int, and it will be stored in y. Okay. So 2.8 it int conversion will be 2. It will get the floor version. Floor means the lowest value. Say if it is 3.5, so the lowest value of 3.5 is, which is in integer form, is 3. Similarly 2.8, the lowest value is 2, so it will get stored 2. Similarly 3 is string here. How it is string? As it is quoted under double inverted comma, so it is a string. So if you are going to print the value of x, y and z respectively, we can see those value as integer. Okay, if you check the value of using type function, it will show that the value is of type int. So here we are printing xyz. So let's uncomment this or delete this. Now again run the program. Here we get 1 2 3. If you check print type of any variable, suppose we want to check the type of y. Okay, y is floating type and we are converting it into int. So type of y will be an integer of class int. Okay. Similarly, we can do that for float as well. The value of 1 will be converted as 1.0. The value of 2.8 will be converted as 2.8 because we are converting into float. So in case of integer, you will consider as decimal 1.0. Okay. 4.2 string, it will be converted as 4.2. The string will be converted into floating. Similarly, for converting into string, we use str function. We use str data type followed by the first bracket, and we will write that content which we want to convert. S1 is already a string; it will be replaced as it is. 2 will be converted at in double inverted comma or single inverted comma. 3.0 will be also converted at 3.0 in single inverted comma. So these are now z. Z is a string. If you check print type z, it will show that it is belong to a class of string. Okay, so we will run the code and it will showing that the z is now a type string. So this is a function. Let us discuss now syntax in Python. Okay. So in Python, let's say for defining a function, we have a def keyword. So def, and here we write any name we want. See, let's say our function name is code with z. Okay, so def code with z followed by open close bracket. Okay, then followed by colon. When we type enter, we will see that there is an indentation. Indentation is this space which comes automatically. If doesn't come, then we need to provide 3 or 4 space, and we need to make the space consistent. Like if we have 4 space over here, so the next line will also contain 4 space over here. Okay, so this block of code will be considered under this particular function. Okay, so say x is equals to z and y is equals to code. So we can print like this x comma y, or x plus y, or anything we want, x comma y. Okay. So when we run this program, it says it's printing nothing. Okay. Why it's not printing? Because there is a function called main. So if underscore underscore name underscore underscore. Okay. This is a constructor. Basically, we are calling a constructor. We will discuss what is constructor lately. So if we will call the main function, like if you are familiar with Java or any other coding, there is a main function that Python or any compiler for search for the main function, that where is main function, where to start executing from. Okay, so he will go and find the main function. Okay, he got the main function. So what he will do, what to do next, we need to call this function. So like this we call that function. Okay, code with z. Now we will run the program, it will show z and code, or we will write here code with z. Say z is equals to with, and we can say with is a keyword. So we need to print it, we need to have a double inverted comma, within double inverted comma, so it will say xyz. So printing is also, like, printing is done in single line. If you want to execute two print statements, say x and y, so it will be in same or different line, it will be on different line. Okay, we are writing in different line, so it will be executed in different line. So here is z in first line and another line is code. Okay, and if you want that it should be in the same line, so we can add one parameter, that is end. At end equals to, either we give a double single space, so there will be a single space between z and code. We will run it, it will say that z and code in single line, and there is a space in between. Okay, the space is coming from here. So basic syntax is, while defining any function, we use def keyword followed by the indentation. The proper indentation will be maintained, so that the function will think that this entire part of block is in under the function code with z. To call the function, we use the constructor name equals to main. Python will find the main function and then execute it. So the what is the benefit of writing the code like this? The benefit of this is, in the main function we can keep the code simple, and we can call as many function as we want, and we can use it. So the code will be clear and clean. Okay.
Today we have learned data type, syntax and functions. We also learned what duck typing is. If you are still here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you tomorrow. Thank you.